Good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. Broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we make presentations about the joys of living in Mexico. And we go live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. Happy that everyone could be here today. We had a great trip this week, and we have video clips to share. Us on the road. That means me. We went to Salamanca. It's about a 2-hour bus ride north of Morelia. Fabulous city, population about 300,000 people. Beautiful place. I could live there. It's one of those places where I could live. Altitude about 6,000 feet. It was fabulous. We're going to show you some clips. And we got a dog. Somebody's giving away their dog, and we're going to show you pictures of the dog. And if you want the dog, you can email me, and I can email the person that has the dog, and you can get all hooked up. Yeah, we're going to hook you up today. Let's go in here and see who is in here this morning. Real early this morning, we had Sammy in the house sharing the love. We got David sharing the love. Buenos dias, Bill. Buenos dias to you. Mary J is here. Buenos dias a todos. Feliz sábado. Char Williams in the house. Ola Char. Brian Maidens, I think he's in he's a Canadian. I mean, he actually lives in Canada, and right now he's visiting Ajijic, and supposedly he's going to arrive in Morelia tomorrow afternoon. We got Dr. John in the house from sunny Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We got David in the house saying hello. David's the man that has the dog. We got Tanya in the house. Woo-hoo. Tanya, we haven't seen you. Girl, where you been? We haven't seen you in like 4 or 5 months. Girl, happy to see you back in the house. Yeah. Tony is in the house. Hello. We got Marco in Chicago in the house, and his family's hometown is Morelia, Mexico. Last I heard, he was thinking about moving on back down here with his 2 beautiful daughters and his wife. I don't know if his daughters will come down. Maybe his wife won't come down either. I don't know. But anyway, let's get to the important stuff first. It's kind of overcast today down here. It's about 68 degrees, no humidity. Right now, I can't see any blue sky from the view from my beautiful apartment here on the southeast side of Morelia. The value of the peso is maintained steady throughout the week. It's at about 18.4 pesos to the dollar, which is a little too high for me. I remember a few years ago it was about 22.22. I would like that much better. But the economy is really good and strong here in Mexico. This is 1 year in. Claudia Sheinbaum, she's been the president for about 1 year now, pretty much on the dot. She's doing a great job. We had holidays this week in Mexico, and if you're new here, ask any questions. I always have video clips of maybe some interesting places in Morelia or in towns that I visit, but interrupt me at any time. Many times people will ask questions and I don't know the answers, but somebody in the room will be able to answer your questions. Let's see. Where am I here? Okay, I'm lost a little bit here. Here we go. Buenos dias from Ms. Lady 309. Buenos dias to you. I've been getting ready to move to Mexico. Crap ton of stuff to get rid of. Good to see you all. Good to see you, Tanya. Let us know when you're coming down. Where are you going to move to? You're going to move to Puerto Vallarta. News has it in Puerto Vallarta, they're going to put in an electric train that goes all the way through town, which is a good thing because the traffic in Puerto Vallarta, I'm just going to say it sucks. So they put in an electric train. It's going to have air conditioning and Wi-Fi. They're spending $50 million to get this done. Woo, fellow Buckeye. Buenos dias, todos, Buckeye. And he's talking about the Ohio State Buckeyes, ranked number 1 in the country in U.S. college football. Randy Rudolph, Ola Randy, my brother and family from Ahiheek. Randy, you're in Ahiheek. Yahoo! Woohoo! Mind Expansion Daily, Ken here in Miami. So we got people from around the United States in here. Let's take a look at the dog here. Here we go. The dog's name is Chispa. Chispa. That's the dog's name. And Chispa here. Introducing Chispa, your new friend. Look at cute little Chispa. It just had a bath. It just got de-fleed. Not to say that it had any fleas in the first place, but just to make sure that no fleas jump on her, it got de-fleed. And it's been neutered, so it can't have no babies. It's a very obedient little critter right there. Look at how, wouldn't you like to have little Chispa in your house, in your apartment, to be your friend, to protect you round the clock, 24/7. If you're interested in this lovely little friend that could be yours forever, look at how friendly those eyes are. If you want to meet Chispa, take her home with you. She could be your friend. I bet she doesn't eat hardly any food at all. Email me if you have interest. Just email me email me at bill.dallas.lewis10@gmail.com, and I can hook you up with the present owner who ran into the dog and got her all fixed up, very obedient. Yes. And she may look like she's a little dog, but if all you have to do is say, go get him. And she just run and chase the bad guys right out of your house. So if you have an interest, email me at bill.lewis10@gmail.com. Okay, there you go. And we'll show this again here. We will show this again. But there you go. Now let's go over here. Let's go over here. Okay, we've got more comments going on over here. Let's see. Okay. Good morning, Bill. Ooh, I'm not even going to evoke name. Good morning. My Social Security check never made it to my bank. Have you heard of anyone else having problems with this? Oh, are you doing direct deposit? Um, uh, uh, okay, let me say this. That happened to me one time, and it was because I had not completed Form 7162. If you've been on Social Security and about once a year they send you a form. It's called 7162, and pretty much it asks you 4 questions. It asks you, have you been divorced? Have you been married? Did you have some kids? Really? I mean, that's what it asks you. And then it asks you to sign your name. That's it. Now, if that form didn't make it to you for some reason, well, then they send you a second form. And if you don't fill out either one of those forms, then they cut you off. Now, there's something new that just happened with Social Security. It used to be that you had to mail this form in, but just recently, I think within the last month, they changed the rules so that you can call them and say, hey, I'm still alive. I'm alive. Send my check. Also, I don't know if you're getting a physical check. I've heard that they're going to stop sending out physical checks. So you want to connect that directly to your bank so you get direct deposit. But you can call them and just call the Social Security office. Call them early in the morning, like around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You're going to have to wait on the phone for about 45 minutes before anybody talks to you. If you call in the afternoon, you're going to have to wait about 2 hours. Now, and they can tell you, I talked to them like 3 weeks ago to see when my next scheduled payment was. They got it all right there. You can say, hey, when is my next scheduled payment coming in? They can tell you it all. Or they can tell you, oh, you've been cut off. You can tell them to turn your shit back on over the phone. That is new. So that's all I can tell you. But it did happen to me. I had moved. In fact, it happened when I was here in Morelia, because I moved from Mazatlan to here. They didn't have my new address, and that's the best I can do. Oh, one more thing. The consulate. I'm in Mexico, but I initiated my Social Security through the consulate in Guadalajara. They initiated it, got it all set up, told me when I was going to get my first payment, the whole thing. Okay, now, but here, now that I'm in Morelia, my consulate is in Mexico City. So when they cut off my check, I contacted my consulate in Mexico City. And they are much more efficient than the people at Social Security. You can email them and email you back. So also you can initiate your Social Security through your U.S. consulate in Mexico. And if you have any problems, you can contact the consulate. They must have a hotline that goes right through to the head of Social Security, get you all set up. Just a word to the wise. I hope something there gave you some information. Chispa is spark or sparky. Oh, that's cool. I had no clue what that meant. I'd never seen the word chispa. Whatever. Right on. Dr. John, who is actually a doctor, and he went to med school in Guadalajara like 200 years ago, came down to Guadalajara on a horse and buggy, and he's still kicking, and of course speaks that fluent Spanish. Good morning, Lenora Wilson, to you all. She's so cute. Right on. V. Gonzalez. Buenos dias, Bill. ¿Cómo estás? Espero it ensenada a vivir. Tengo 73 de edad. I think that's 73 years old. Quiero cumplir mis últimos días. And can you send us that in English, please? Because I can speak some Spanish, but I just mess it all. I get it all messed up because I'm bad. I'm a bad man. Hola, Bill, she thinks. So she speaks. Beautiful day here in Charlotte. And I think last weekend she was in Merida. Always great to see you here, girl. Looking good again this morning. Lenora Wilson's. She's medium sized. There you go, Lenora. She can be yours. Tanya, I will be homeless, or I will be homeless, or I should say home free in San Pancho in 3 weeks. Let me write that down. San Pancho. San Pancho. I got to look that up. See what's going on in 3. Well, right on, girl. Come on down and enjoy Mexico. Mexico is a fabulous place to live. And for what it's worth, I put up 2 videos this week. I put up a video on Celaya. It's part 2. I go through El Centro, side streets, museums, all that kind of stuff. I put up another video yesterday about the history of ICE and ICE raids. ICE raids have been going on since World War II. ICE is not new. So I put up a 10-minute video. I think it's pretty informative yesterday. In 1950, they started a program called, now get this, this is kind of funny. They started a program in 1950. They had Operation Wetback. Hey, it was a government program. Operation Wetback. They didn't call it ICE. It was Operation Wetback. And they deported 1 million Mexicans, and many of them were United States citizens. Operation Wetback. Oh, yeah. So check out that video. It just came out yesterday. I think it's pretty informative. Yes, direct deposit. Yeah, if you have direct deposit, just call them on the phone and see what's going on, but call them when they open. Because I have called them a few times and I have waited for 2 hours. Then you get somebody on the phone and you've been waiting and then the phone goes dead and you got to call them back. Yeah, call them early, man. Yeah. David, she really would make someone a great pet. Thank you, Bill. Oh, you're very welcome. And for those of you that missed her, David has this lovely little cuddly little puppy here. I don't know if it's a puppy. I don't know if it's 80 years old. I don't know. But she's been spayed. She's all clean, defleed, happy. She's got all her teeth. Both her eyes work. And she's just, David, all you have to do is email me at bill.dallas.lewis, 10@gmail.com, and I can give you David's information so she could be in your house with you, protecting you 24/7. If the boogeyman comes to your house, she's gonna get him running, chase him down. She look how mean she look. She eat them up, bite their legs, bite their toes. Woo! She looks vicious. Look at that girl. She don't play. She protect you, take care of you. She be good to you. Hey, I called in yesterday and they said it had been released. To call my bank. I'm worried now. I called yesterday and they said it had been released and to call your bank. Well, call your bank. Hey. Good luck with that. We got Jim Foster in the house donating to the channel. Thank you so much, Mr. Foster. I think he's in Colorado. If you want to buy a house, you want to buy it from him because he be the man. He be the man of the property man in Colorado. Look at that honest face. You want some good property or properties in Colorado, you want to look up Jim Foster Real Estate. Thank you for that donation, Jim. That's how I pay my rent. And Ms. Lady 309, always happy to see you and your great channel. Thank you, Ms. Lady 309, for contributing to the channel. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for everything you do, Bill. Love your show. You're very welcome. Doing what I do is a real pleasure because I meet so many fabulous people. I get to see so many things. Mexico, I've been down here 20 years. Mexico is truly wonderful. I mean, it's unbelievably fabulous. My life is fabulous every day. But being from Ohio, it's like it's like Dorothy going to the Wizard of Oz. I'm in the land. Mexico is like the land of Oz. Good weather. When I was traveling this week, I actually ate some food on the road. I'm going to start eating food on the road more often. But thank you, Mr. Foster, very much. Axel Foley, buenos dias todos. That means good day all. From the beautiful Poconos, currently 68 degrees. That's about what it is here, Axel. Verdad, see, true. Verdad means true. Thank you, Doc. Buenos dias, Bill y familia, from beautiful Colorado Spring. ¿Qué haces? What do you do? That means it's like, what do you do? What happening? That's like in Spanish. What up? What happening? What it be like? What it be like? Sometimes the Mexicans would just come up to me and say, what it be like? What up? What happening? Like that, Yeah, they say that in Mexico too. Mm-hmm. You got almost all right. I'm 73 years old, looking for retirement in Ensenada. I want to finish my last days there. Girl, you'll never have your last days. You'll never have your time will never be up, girl. 73, you're a spring chicken, girl. Spring chicken. I had breakfast with a guy who lives in Idaho. His name is John. That was about 9 days ago. He's retired, lives in Idaho, owns properties in Arkansas, and he's brilliant. We had a fabulous breakfast, wonderful person, extremely interesting. And he was down here looking for a place in Morelia, and he's 83. 83 contacted me, wanted to take me out to breakfast. 83 years old, moving to Morelia. He could walk. He could talk. He didn't look like he had diapers on. The bathroom at the restaurant was on the 3rd floor. He made it up there and back down, sharp as a tack. 83 years old. I think he's good for another 30 years, just like you, V. Gonzalez. You got another 30, 40 years. So you come on down to Ensenada and do your last 40 to 50 years in Ensenada on the beach, having a good time. Yeah, getting with it. I can't wait to move to Mexico, and don't wait too long. Do it soon. Just come on down. Fun fact, if you right-click in the chat box, there is an option to translate to English. Oh, right on. That's pretty cool. Right on, right? Wow. That is a hell of a M-O-M-F. Yeah. Yeah, right on. That's a good tip. Dude, I'm lying on my couch drinking a glass of wine and looking at your show on my flat screen. The picture quality is awesome. It appears you have a great camera, great audio quality also. Thanks for the feedback, Axel, because I wonder how it's going out there. I wonder what it'd be looking like. What it be looking like? Everyone, is anyone planning to do a scouting visit to Mexico in the near future? Very good question. Scouting trips are very good. Okay, let's get to the city that I visited this week. And yeah, I was there just this weekend. It is called Salamanca. Salamanca. It's a 1 hour and 40-minute bus ride from Morelia if you get a direct bus. Now, if you're in Morelia, this would be a great day trip. The problem getting there is only one bus line that I could find will get you there. And it was Premier Plus, the Primera Plus bus line. It is a direct trip with no stop, 1 hour and 40 minutes. The thing is the only bus time is that they leave at 11:20 in the morning, and then they leave again at like 1:20, and you can't leave to come back until 7:50 at night, almost 8 o'clock. So, and I don't know why they were the only bus line that went there, but it was cool. It was cool. I would rather leave at like 7 or 8 o'clock. Like in the video that I did when I went to Celaya. I mean, Celaya is like right next door to Salamanca, as you can see on the map. And they leave, Premier Plus leaves for Celaya every hour, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I mean, boom, 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 boom. But Salamanca, they only have 2 buses going there direct. There are other buses you can take to get there, but it'll take you 5 hours because they stop in like 5 little hick towns. I mean, you may as well pay rent on the bus. But that's where I was this week. And it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful journey. And this is the Morelia bus station, and those golden buses. You can see it says Primera Plus. Primera Plus. You can see that bus going to San Luis Potosi. And look at how shiny the floors are. And they keep the floors really shiny so that if you drop your cheeseburger on the floor while you're waiting on the bus, you can be confident that you can pick it up and eat it, and it'll be good to go. And this is what the scenery looks like on the bus. We don't have scenery like this in Ohio. No, we don't. You can't see stuff like that in Ohio. No. It was beautiful weather. The population of my destination, the population is about 300,000 people. Actually, it's about, about 293,000 people. The place is very inexpensive, affordable. Some people would call it cheap. Okay, now, David, we are taking her to a pet fair downtown, interesting, near the aqueduct later today. If we don't find her a home soon, I'm afraid she won't. Oh, one of them kind of visitors. That's all right. That's all right. Oh, she has a very good home. Also, Now, I haven't been in the United States in a long time. But here in Mexico, veterinarians are plentiful and extremely affordable. And many veterinarians will come to your house and pick up your pet, fix them up, do what they got to do, and then bring them back to your house. It's almost like ordering a pizza. I don't know. I'm sure they do that in the United States, but it's very affordable here. Some of them will do that for you, and they don't even give you any additional cost for what it's worth. But let's get back to this trip that I made. Here we go. Okay. Views like this. I've got my laptop with me. I've got my earphones on. I can listen to music. I could be watching the Midas Touch to get my news updates, but who can do that when you've got a view like this for pretty much an hour and 40 minutes? It's just beautiful. And we're on a toll road. Look how pretty they have these toll road entrances with all the beautiful flowers. Nice and clean and safe. No bumps in the road. When I had lunch with the guy, John, he was talking about bringing his car down here. And I just told him, I'm so happy not to have a car here because you can take the bus. Okay, this is an hour and 40 minute trip. So I used to have a Jeep Cherokee Limited 4x4. Okay, so driving from Columbus, Ohio to Cleveland is like a 2-hour drive. That would be a half tank of gas. Now, I don't know what gas costs in the United States anymore, but I don't know. But half tank of gas here in Mexico, that'd be like $20, $30, half tank of gas. So to get to Salamanca and you're driving the car, you're going to take a half tank of gas, $20, $30. Then you're going to pay tolls. And the tolls, I think the tolls are going to be maybe $10, $15. Okay, so you're up to $35, $45 one way. So my bus ride with my senior citizen discount card came to like 160 pesos, which would be $8 one way. So I went there and back, round trip, $16. I mean, you can't beat it. And you don't have to worry about insurance or, I mean, you're just kicked back all the way, but I'm glad to take the bus rather than have a car, whatever. And another beautiful thing about being on the bus in Mexico, many times you're on a mountain, so to speak, and you get to see cities on the side of the road. Now, I forget the name of this city, but there are two cities there actually, and I made videos on both of them. But just seeing the cows and the horses and many times goats on the side of the road, it's a very pleasurable trip. And the good thing about Primera Plus is that their bathrooms are really clean, and rarely can you hear the bus driver's music. And I tell you, man, you will have bus rides and you will have the bus driver playing their music. And sometimes it's so loud, it's just unbearable with funky, nasty bathrooms. So here we are. I'm in the Salamanca bus station. Look at how shiny the floors are. There's the Primera Plus place. Getting off the bus, and I would, if you're going to visit Morelia or Leon or a place, This is a very nice city. You're going to see the clips. I'm going to put up this video this week, but it's the bus station is right outside of town. It's on the southern tip of the town. So there's you to get to town, you really have to take a taxi, which is going to cost you like $3. It was 60 pesos. And I'm like an alien or something now. I get to town. I do my research before I get to town to see, well, what should I see in Salamanca? Now, there's also a Salamanca in Spain. So if you do a search, you will get, if you just put in, what's there to see in Salamanca? Well, they might be telling you about Salamanca in Spain. So make sure you put in Mexico. But it's definitely worth a trip. And I had to show this picture because look, in their bathroom, the toilets have lids and toilet seats. Look at that. Toilets with lids and toilet seats. They don't have those in Morelia. They don't have lids and toilet seats in Morelia. And many bus stations don't have toilets with lids and toilet seats. I'm saying that's important for me. That's important for me. Because when I'm doing my thing, it depends on what I got to do, right? I got to do either this or that. And if I got to do that, I want a seat. I don't want to be just sitting on that, whatever you call that, that's below the seat. So anyway, they got them. They got them. So let me make a note here of where I stopped. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I got to write this down. Okay. Okay. Okay, there's that. Okay, here we go. Okay, now Cats is in the house. Mighty Midas fan too. Mighty Midas, that's the Midas touch, the best news in the world. I'm a Midas touch junkie. Ben, Karen, I forget the other guy's, the other attorney's name with the glasses. I love the Midas touch. I be watching the Midas touch. It's the only news that is real on the planet. Mighty Midas. I love Mighty Midas. And we got Justin in Iowa. Thank you, Justin, so much for contributing to the channel. Again, he's in Iowa, looking good today. Thank you, Ken, so much for supporting the channel. And even Axel Fowler. Axel Foley has dipped in the pocket and popped out a $5 bill from the Poconos. Right on, my man. Grab a Dos Equis after the show. Stay thirsty, my friend. I don't play with Dos Equis. I don't play with Dos Equis. Do not play well with Bill, so I leave Dos Equis alone. But thank you, Axel, so much for supporting the channel. Hi, good morning, Bill. Hello from Ventura. Indeed, we find ourselves traveling to Tijuana and Ensenada for our pet health care, because the veterinarians' prices out there are over the moon expensive. Right on. Right on. That is good to know. I did not know that. And for what it's worth, my second wife. In another life, I had a job. I was living in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I was doing business all over the country. And it was a business job. I was a kind of like an economics consultant. So the first time I went to Ventura, this may have been the first time I went to California. I was like 35, 40 years old. So I'm getting a hotel. I found a hotel in Ventura, and it was right on the beach. And I had I had two appointments that afternoon, one at 2 and one at 4, but I checked into this hotel. I think it was like a Best Western right on the beach. I checked into the hotel around 11 a.m., went to see my room. My room was on the first floor. It had sliding doors, and you open the sliding doors, and it was right on the beach. I said, what? Really? I canceled my appointment. I said, shit, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna chill out here at the Best Western on the beach in Ventura, because I'm just a hick from Ohio. That blew my mind. Buck stops here, Ben. Midas touched. Watch this clip. Right on, man. Hey, and for you guys that want real news, you got to watch the Midas Touch. Yes, right on. Watch this clip. If you are going to transfer a car from the U.S. to Mexico, you need to get that started at least a couple of weeks before you get here. Okay, very interesting. I didn't know that. Don Cole, Don Cole, watching from Florida, hoping to return to Mexico in January. I also see the informed people. If you're informed and you're very intelligent, and if you're really good looking, there's 3 parts of life that are important: being informed, intelligent, and good looking. People that fit into those 3 categories all watch 2 stations. They watch the Midas Touch, and they watch the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. If you're watching the Bill Dallas Lewis channel or the Midas Touch, you know that you're informed, intelligent, and good looking. That's just what I heard. That's what I heard on the Midas Touch. Sandra, Sandra to you, and Reggie Meggs giving up the $20 to support the channel. Thank you so much, Reggie. Bill, and everyone, I'm late to the show, but we'll go back afterwards to check out the first 30 minutes. Thanks for leaving your live show up. Reggie, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. But hey, I tell you what, I meet so many great people. I meet all you guys, have some fun, travel, living in Mexico. I'm never going back to the United States ever. I got family there. My sister lives there. I got cousins that live there, lots of them. I ain't going back there. Hell no. Never. People are friendly down here in Mexico. I mean, loving and friendly. I walk out of my door, all my neighbors saying, hi, how you doing? What up? Some of them walk up and give me money. Gotta like that. You gotta like that. But let's get back to some of these clips. Let's go into town here. Let's see where I stopped. Okay, so I take the bus. Here's the bus station, which is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And those are all taxis lined up to take people into town. And those taxis were pretty busy. There are about 7 of them. And when I go to a place, this is a good thing about speaking Spanish. I'm going to play that clip again. When I go to a place, I ask somebody inside, I say, okay, for me to go to the main plaza, how much is that going to cost in a taxi? And the people inside, they're regular people, might be a security guard or maybe somebody that's selling the bus tickets. And they'll say, oh, that's going to cost you 60 pesos. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, they live there. They work there. They know how much it's going to cost to get to El Centro. So then I go out and I talk to the taxi driver, say, hey, how much will it cost to get to El Centro? And if they tell me the same thing as the person did on the inside, I know that I am good to go with that taxi driver. So I paid 60 pesos, and the taxi driver takes me into town, and the town was beautiful. Lots, again, population 300,000. I think it's around 280,000. And in all of the videos I'm going to show you now, you will not see one piece of dirt anywhere on the ground. And look at the sidewalks. Look at the sidewalks. They're like a brown brick. They're like that all over town. Cost of living there is very low. Altitude around 6,000 feet. That means it's going to be one of the best climates in the world. If you're watching the replay, I am there. What is now? What is now? I get confused. Today is the 4th. I think I must have been there at the end of September, which was about 5 days ago. And I'm just walking around the town, trying to see what is what. I got some places on my list to go to. But if I didn't travel, well, I could definitely live in this town. They had beautiful women in the town, hot women. And I like to look. I don't touch because I ain't got no woman budget. Here I'm talking about women. I mean, you can look at them, but once you start talking to them, want to touch them, next thing you spent like $5,000 and picked up a couple of diseases, okay, that you hadn't planned on. So I look at them, and they had some hot women. I don't look at the men, but the women were hot and modern. Here you go. I'm going to walk around the town a little bit more. I like the small streets. Look at the cleanliness. You don't see no dirt anywhere in Celaya. There's some dirty parts of town. I did not find a dirty part of town. And the people were pretty friendly to me. I'm going to show this next image. It's out of order, but they had 3 main cathedrals, and the cathedrals were fabulous. I'm going to go into this one. This cathedral is right on the main plaza. And this image here, I don't understand this. It was beautiful. Beautiful inside, beautiful murals, beautiful ceilings, wonderful. But this is like a side parish. This is not the main parish. They had 2 doors you could go on. This is the mini church. It's almost like going to McDonald's. Sometimes McDonald's, they have that one little place, all you can get is ice cream. This must be, well, you know, Jesus isn't really in here. If you want to see Jesus, you got to go into the place next door. This is just the waiting room to talk to Jesus. So if you want to talk to Jesus, you got to go in here. That's what I'm talking about. We'll go into the main house. And you got Jesus in here, and God, and Mary Magdalene, and Joseph, and you got everybody up in here. This is the main house of God up in here. I don't know what that other side is right next door. It's in the same building, but Jesus definitely up in here. It was beautiful for a population of 300,000 people, and just in El Centro, they had several cathedrals like that. Now, right, the taxi driver dropped me off here because I said, "Hey, take me to the Plaza Principal." Okay, and this thing was just like huge. This is, I'm going to say it's around 130 maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm gonna play that again. It's huge. This is right in front of that cathedral. And I have more clips that I will put in the video that I create this week. But notice nobody is there. No trees. I don't understand that. Empty with no trees, but yet spacious and very clean. I bet they have some big giant parties there. There is one of the cathedrals. And in that, this is where the driver dropped me off. I was a little disappointed. I thought there would be more stuff. But this is inside the cathedral, and this is a cultural center. and it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful structure. Inside the cathedral was beautiful. The cultural center was beautiful. But there was a guy working there. He said that it was not open on Wednesdays, which is kind of weird. So now I'm going to go out and walk around the city some more. There's the plaza, but as I get away from the main plaza, then stuff just starts happening. And I love these little side streets with no cars. Now, you saw that truck. I'll play it again. You're going to see the truck. You're going to see the truck in the middle of the street, but I think it's because it's a service truck. Like he may be fixing the gas or electric, or maybe delivering a refrigerator or something like that. But I could live right there. I could live right there on that street or on this street. See, there's another truck, but you can see he's backed in. Get me a little apartment on the second floor. Yeah, they got all those little park benches. I could be out there drinking my Dos Equis, watching the girls go by, writing scripts for videos. Yeah, I could live there, really low cost of living. Let me just click this here. Okay. Here's Chinese restaurant number 1. So I go in, look at the food, and these two ladies you're going to see over here on the right-hand side, they just walked up and they knew exactly what they wanted. They wanted some Chinese spaghetti, and they picked out this and that. It was like, they must have been in this place like they knew exactly what they wanted. And it all looked so good. It made me hungry. And they seemed very comfortable with ordering the food. But here they are. The place is kind of empty. Well, actually, it's empty. So I didn't order anything. It did look clean. Again, another Chinese restaurant in Mexico. Who would have thought? And the more you look at my videos, you'll see that I show you Chinese restaurants like every week. Okay, let me write down the next video here. All right, let's go back to comments. See what be happening. Reggie Meggs, Bill, do any of your relatives or friends from the U.S. ever visit you in Mexico? My sister, who lives in Marina del Rey in L.A., she's been down here 3 times. My cousin moved here my cousin, her husband died. She's an international artist. She was one of the first people to teach in the first all women's college in Saudi Arabia. So she did that for 2 years. They found her, brought her in. She owned a ranch in Montana. Then her husband died, so she moved to Ahiheek. I have a best friend in Columbus, Ohio. He's been down 2 times, and that's about it. And Reggie, that's a very good question, because I got here. I loved it so much. I told all my friends and family, you got to move to Mexico. Move to Mexico. Move to Mexico. I'm having a blast down here. It's really friendly. It's very affordable. It's beautiful. And I have another friend. She was a warden at a female prison in Marion, Ohio. That's like half an hour from Columbus. So she retired from that, but she's been down here 2 times. She's my best free. So I've had a few visitors, but most of my friends and relatives are too scared to come down here. You might get killed down here. Don't forget to click the like button. Thank you, Axel. The world got to know about the Bill Dallas Lewis Show. Thank you so much, Axel. All of the places you've shown thus far, it appears Morelia and Toluca are my favorite for long-term living. But I have to do some recon first before I decide. Yeah, I love Morelia. I think Toluca is great. Pátzcuaro is fabulous. That's like 45 minutes from here. Pátzcuaro, Zamora was fabulous. I've done videos on all of those places. I mean, there are so many fabulous places to live in Mexico, but I'm going to say for now, unless something weird happens, I'm just going to die here in Morelia. I'm getting to know my neighbors. I go shop. I go to my grocery stores, my markets, and I know the people. I like that. I just I like knowing people's names, and I'm not a groupie, so I don't want to come and hang out at your house all day. I don't want you to come to my house and be at my house all day. No, I don't want that. But I do like to say hello on the street, it's fun. It's fun to know people. So, but I love Morelia, and Toluca was very cool. Dora Ray, happy Saturday to you. Thanks for joining us today, Dora Ray. Reggie, Mexican cities have central plazas with few or no trees, due to a combination of historical Spanish colonial planning that prioritized open spaces for commerce and government and infrastructure. Thank you very much, Reggie. But we're going to show you another part of the city that's only a few blocks away from that plaza that is totally different, coming up in a few minutes. Brian Jordan. Hey, Bill. Me, my niece, and her 20-year-old will be in Aurelia. Aurelia? Did you mean Morelia? Aurelia. I'm not familiar with Aurelia. Okay. We'll be in Morelia. Okay. Next Friday evening till Tuesday a.m. looking for a place to move to. Come on down, check it out. And also, if you're looking for a place to live in Morelia, go to buildthegeek.org, click on FAQs, and at the top of the FAQs page, you can find Rosie. And Rosie has her phone number, her phone number, email address, website, and she will give you a tour of Morelia. She'll help you find the place you want to live. She can help you with your residency, stuff like that. She will charge you. I've heard she's very expensive. I've done 2 interviews with Rosie. She's fabulous. She's beautiful. And she's charming, totally bilingual, from here, lived in Texas for 17 years, then came back. But to find her, just go to buildageek.org, click on FAQs. I don't make any money off of Rosie. And she's at the top of the page. She will help you out. She'll give you a tour of the city, but I think she charges like $20 an hour. So as soon as she opens her mouth, she's going to charge you $20 an hour. So be ready. She ain't free. She's good. She's really good, but she ain't free. Oh, wow. I live near Z. Z, what does Z mean, please? Oh, wow, your sister in Cali. Maybe we can connect before her next trip to Morelia. Sure, Ms. Lady. Yeah, my sister, Marina Del Rey. That's where she lives. I've never been there. I don't think I'm ever going to go there. Look who is here, the stranger, the one and only Katrina the Maker. If people in Mexico haven't seen you in a while, they'll say, oh, es un milagre. Es un milagre. I think it's milagre. It means miracle. And Dr. John helped me out, or Marco helped me out on this milagre. Es un milagre. Like if you go to a shop like 5 times and then don't go for like 3 or 4 months, and you show, es un milagre. It's a miracle. So that's what I'm saying to you, girl. Oh, it's a miracle. Katrina the Maker in the house. Great to see you, girl. Hey, Bill, why do folks from Ohio pronounce? That's funny. That is so true, because in Ohio, the buck stops here. They have a bunch of hillbillies, and that's how hillbillies talk. They say Ohio, and the buck stops here. He hit that right on the head. They don't say Ohio in Ohio. They say Ohio. Usually it's at a hillbilly family reunion. They're all having sex with their sisters and their cousins and their grandma, stuff like that. Ohio. That's what be up with that. Brian Jordan, we would love to meet you. We are temporary residents. Okay, well, Brian, drop me an email. I usually only meet people on Friday mornings for breakfast. So drop me an email, Brian. Let's see here. You can drop me an email. Here's my email address, bill.dallas.lewis10@gmail.com. And we can set up a Friday morning appointment. And I mean, because I stay pretty busy. So I try to keep that on Friday mornings at 10 o'clock. Would love to meet you and your family. Okay, now here we go. Marco, here we go. Milagro. Thank you, Marco. Miracle, yeah. Milagro. See, milagro. I'll say milagro. Miracle. It's a miracle. Yes, it's a miracle to see you. Look. Thank you very much, Marco. Marco tells me places to visit around Morelia and keeps my stuff straight. Thank you so much. Now now we got more videos to share with you. Okay, so I showed you streets. I showed you streets like this. I love this. I could live here in a minute. Yeah, I showed you streets like this, and then I showed you streets like this. And I'm walking around, and then things start to change a bit. Then Then I'm walking around and I'm getting near the main market. And every city in Mexico, most of them have main markets. Out here on the street, you can see fruits, vegetables, and other stuff, people making tacos. And all of a sudden, there's just more and more people. Again, this is Wednesday around 2 o'clock or maybe 1:30 in the afternoon. And and all of the fruits and vegetables are extremely, I'm just going to say, cheap. I mean, you can go shopping with $5 and get you a month worth of fruits and vegetables for sure. Lots of street food. You're going to see some street food here in a minute. Yep. Look at this place right here. These were tacos. And the guy in the middle with the red hat, I mean, these people just chowing down on the tacos. Let's see it from the back. Oh, now this is inside the main market. The main market is like 1 block by 1 block. And I could show you these markets at every city that I go to, but they're all kind of the same. Lots of beef, pork, chicken, fish, vegetables. You can buy clothing in here, boots, cowboy hats. The main market has everything like Sears. For you people that are my age, for people my age, you can remember when Sears would say, Sears has everything. Well, that's the way it is in these markets right here. And look at the weenies hanging up top. Look at the weenies. I mean, they got ladies cutting up the chicken. Yeah. You just get hungry just walking around here. Cheese, all kinds of cheeses. Now, another thing about Mexico is that all the cheese is white. I remember going to a grocery store one time, and they had a whole aisle that was all cheese. Just a whole, it was all refrigerated, a cheese aisle. And all the cheese was white. And all the cheese tastes different, but they don't do like in the United States, you got yellow American cheese, you got Munster cheese, yellow. You got cheddar cheese is yellow. Then you got then mozzarella is white. But in Mexico, all the cheese is the same color, white, but it all tastes different. For what? So you really need to take a cheese class in Mexico. And here I am across the street on the corner. That building, it doesn't really look like a building, but that's a building straight ahead. That is the market that I was just in and walking through. And and I always got to show this. Marco knows this. Dr. Simi, the Pharmacias Similares, which means which, and their slogan is lo mismo pero más barato. Lo mismo pero más barato, which means cheaper, but lo mismo, the same but cheaper, the same but cheaper, the same drugs but cheaper. And I do want to say, if you're going to buy drugs, if you're going to buy drugs, and I mean pharmaceutical drugs in Mexico, if you go to these pharmacies and get the generic stuff, it's cheap. Drugs, pharmaceutical drugs down here are cheap. if I'm not mistaken, in the United States, like if you buy Viagra, if you buy a Viagra in the United States, it's expensive, and you got to get a prescription from your doctor. I think that's true. I don't know, but down here, if you get generic Viagra, it's very inexpensive, and you don't need a prescription. Many drugs that you would need a prescription for in the United States, you don't need a prescription for down here. Another thing about drugs in Mexico is the doctors, now somebody help me, I may be wrong, but the doctors don't use morphine down here. And I know a young doctor who just got out of med school about 3 years ago. I knew him pretty well. And he said that they weren't even trained about using morphine. Because I know that when my dad was dying in the old folks' home, he was on morphine for about 2 weeks straight. That man was high. He was getting high. But whatever. Let's get back to comments here. I still have some more video clips. Let's see. Okay. Let me catch up. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. David, in many Chinese restaurants in the U.S., it is common for the entire kitchen staff to be Mexican. That's pretty wild. I had no clue about that. I've even heard ranchera music being played in the kitchens. That's okay. You got me there, man. Colby Jack cheese is white and yellow. Yummy, yummy. Yeah, I love me some Colby Jack. And look who is here. Un milagro. Un milagro is Liston Henry. I'm late, but here. Welcome, Liston. Un milagro. That means miracle. It's a miracle that Liston Henry has showed up to bless us with his presence. And somebody just donated to the channel. Somebody, Aletta Gardner. Aletta Gardner just donated $25 to the channel. Bless you, Aletta Gardner. And what she did was she went into the description below this video. She clicked the donate button, and that donation is greatly appreciated. And welcome, Liston Henry. Axel, approximately how much do you pay monthly for food, groceries, fruit, vegetables, and meat? Oh, that's a very good question. Approximately how much monthly? Monthly? Oh, wow. That's a good question. Okay. I'm a very simple eater. I can cook. I know how to cook. I'm a good cook. But I keep my diet very simple. Okay. I pretty much for the last month, I've been living on canned pinto beans. Okay, here's what I eat. I get a bowl. I get some fresh hamburger. Okay, fresh hamburger, like maybe a pound of that. I'll cook it up in that cooker that's behind me. It's an air fryer. So, and then I'll separate that out into like 10 little packets. 10 little packets, each one with enough for about a cheeseburger. So that's 10 of those. For 10 of those packets, it cost me about $4. Okay, so I got that. Then I have this can of beans that I get, and it's about a cup and a half of kidney beans that are sauced, and that costs $15 15 pesos a can. That's like 7 cents. That's like 25 cents. Let me think about that. Let's say it's 50 cents for that can. Okay. And then I put in ragu spaghetti sauce. All right. So I got a bowl. I put in my hamburger in there, put in my kidney beans, my ragu spaghetti sauce, and I eat a bowl of that every day. That's all I eat. Okay, so one of those cans will last me like a half a week. A full week, that's 25 cents. Okay, let's say it's 50 cents a week for the beans. Okay, 50 cents a week for the, okay, so there's $2 a month. I'm paying $2 a month for my beans. 10 packets of hamburger, that's going to last me about a month. Okay, so let's say I spend $8 on hamburger, $2 for beans, and then a ragu is the most expensive thing. Let's say now I'm about $20, $25. Then I drink fake milk. So I'm going to say overall, I eat at home. That's what I eat. It keeps my life simple. I drink milk every night. Bread. Bread. So I'm going to say for a month, my monthly vegetables, I might get some tomatoes and onions, stuff like that. I'm going to say overall $60 a month. 60 on a highfalutin month where I get a frozen pizza, it might go up to like $70. That's all I got to say. Dore, I just moved to Durango, Mexico, and I can live with 700 DLS. I don't know what that means. I don't pay rent, but I can eat out 2 times per week. Durango is fabulous. I've done a video on Durango. I love that city. In fact, when I lived in Mazatlan, my landlord, and Durango, I'm going to say it's like a 3-hour drive from Mazatlan. It's up in the mountains. And if you ever have the chance to take the bus from Mazatlan to Durango, it's a fabulous bus trip because you go through like 200 tunnels. It's a beautiful trip. And the city is beautiful. I've done a video on it. The temperature is great, though it may snow in the winter time. Yeah, Durango I could live in Durango. Oh, okay. Yeah, Brian, I just got your email. Just now. Got your email. Okay, so I got just a few more video clips here. Just a few more. Let's see, where did I stop off here? Okay, we saw that. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so we saw this. There's the market. But this is a different plaza. And this is a different Chinese food place. Yeah. Okay, so I go in here. And there are a lot of people in here. And look at the lady behind the counter. I'm going to stop this and start it again. So I'm outside, and on the right is the plaza. This is one of those arched pillar places. And then I walk in here, and the food is smelling really good. And it was looking good. And this lady right there, I say, and I'm looking at the food, and I told her in Spanish, I said, hey, I can't eat too much, but can I have some rice and some of whatever this is? There's some kind of chicken with vegetables. Just a look. And she said, okay. She said, I'll start putting stuff on the plate, and you tell me when to stop. So she put some rice on, some of that chicken stuff with vegetables. And I said, okay, stop. I said, okay, how much is that? And she said, that'll be 30 pesos. 30 pesos is like 30 pesos. That's like 15 cents. 30 pesos. Here it is right here. So, and then she gave me a high five. So she's gonna, there it is. There it is right there. Rice and chicken with vegetables. And that is hot sauce. I says, is this hot? She says, yes. And this is all in Spanish, picante. And lots of people in here. Well, not lots, but there were people in there, families. So I tell you what, man, that chicken stuff with the vegetables in the chicken, that's some of the best food, period, I had in my entire life. The vegetables were just out of this world. The chicken was wonderful. It was super. But I gave her my 30 pesos by 15 cents. It was perfect amount of food for me. And she gave me a high five, gave me my food. And on the way out, I told her that was super rico. Super rico. When you're in Mexico, everybody knows what super means. Super is just like the United States. Rico means rich, good, super rico. That food was super rico. But and you can see the arches back there. That's where the Chinese food place was, with a bunch of other shops. This is a different plaza. I'm going to say that this is the main plaza. And after I shoot a lot of videos, like I'll shoot the main plaza, but then I'll go to other places, take those shots. And I always like to come back to the main plaza at the end of my shoots and just sit out here and watch people. Here and look at all the people. Here it's about 3:30 in the afternoon. And again, we're seeing multi ages here. Look at the little boy, little kids playing. You have teenagers, college students, families that are maybe 35 years old. You have older people, my age, and then people even older than me. And again, this is approaching the plaza from one of the side streets. And again, you have not seen one piece of garbage anywhere throughout this video on the street. An extremely clean town. And the people were very friendly. And around the plaza, you have these arched pillars all the way around with places to eat like this. And I think I'm going to promise myself to stop in these places and just get a little something to eat, because it's fun and it's good. Yeah. Yeah, I could live here. I could definitely live here. I'll be putting out this video this Tuesday. And by then I will have my apartment research complete. Lots of pigeons, people feeding pigeons. And unlike the other plaza, this plaza was all of the plaza benches that were in the shade had people in them. Just people. And this is Wednesday. I'd say this is Wednesday around 3:00, 3:30 in the afternoon. Yep. So welcome to the city of Salamanca, about an hour and a half north of Morelia. I loved it. The people were friendly. The women were beautiful. The Chinese food was excellent. And I could kick myself for not eating some of the street tacos. Yeah. Salamanca, population 300,000, altitude about 6,000 feet. Very affordable, not too far from San Miguel Allende, not too far from Leon, not too far from Guanajuato. Yeah, great weather year round. I mean, what more do you want? I totally enjoyed it. I totally enjoyed it. Yep. Yes, sir-ree. And the people dress very modern, like they've been shopping at the Gap every day down here in Mexico. If you walk around anywhere in Mexico for 3 hours, you're going to see somebody with a Gap shirt on. It's just a matter of time before you're going to see a Gap. And these pigeons were walking around, and I said, "Hey, you guys, fly!" I said, "I'm taking video for my Build the Geek channel, and can you get up and fly and show the people how it looks? Fly and do it in slow motion. Fly in slow motion so I can get a good shot for my people, so I can go live on Saturday and show them how beautiful life in Salamanca is." And they did it for me. All of them got together, started flying in slow motion. I don't know how they did it. I think it was because they were right across the street from the cathedral, so they, maybe they prayed or some kind of crap like that. But anyway, Salamanca, it is definitely worth a visit. I could see 2 nights there just visiting, just hanging out, walking around, eating Chinese food. I could see that. I could see living there. Be very inexpensive, very friendly, people extremely affordable. That was the city of Salamanca, in the state of Guanajuato. And if that causes any confusion, there is a city called Guanajuato in the state of Guanajuato. So it is, how do you say, it is common to have a city in a state that has the same name. So there's Guanajuato. That's the city and the state. I lived in the city of San Luis Potosi. San Luis Potosi is in the state of San Luis Potosi. You will run into that in Mexico. Okay. So let's jump over here to comments. Okay. Overcoming my demons. Build a Geek. Oh, hola. Overcoming my demons. Great to see you here. Let me check messages over here. I don't think I'm missing anything. Buck stops here. Wow, 50 cents USD for a plate of grub. Now, that's my kind of place to eat. Yes, because if I would have eaten one of their regular plates, I couldn't have eaten it all. And then I got tired. Then I want to go to sleep. Then I can't shoot no videos. But she gave me the perfect amount of food. Of course, she told me to tell her when to stop. And it was perfect. Wow. And I could eat. That food was so good. I could eat there every night. That's a beautiful shot of birds taking flight. Use that clip in future ads. Fantastico. Thank you. I try to do my job, but I try to do my job right. What's the temperature like in the summertime in this city, Salamanca? I'd say, I'm going to say it's going to be very similar to Morelia. Now, again, because the altitude is 6,000 feet. That is the altitude. Actually, it's like 5,800 feet. The altitude in Morelia is about the same. The altitude in Ahihique, where they say it's the best climate in the world. I've been talking to people in Ahihique. They say it's been hot there in the summer, which is kind of rare. But they're at 5,000 feet. So Morelia, Toluca, their altitude is 8,000 feet. It's chilly there. But so I'm going to say that in the town of Salamanca, I bet in the morning, in August, in the morning, it's going to be about 55 degrees and it's going to be high of 75 and there's going to be no humidity all summer. I bet. We got Ray Garcia in El Paso, Texas saying saludos. Click the like button. Yeah, we've had a bunch of people in and out of the room today, and we have 36 people that have clicked the like button, and it's greatly appreciated. So that's what's happening, folks. That was this week. Brian Maiden is in where is he? Oh, he's in Ahihique. He's supposed to be coming into Morelia tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to have breakfast with Brian Maiden on Monday morning. He's going to be here for 2 weeks. I rarely have breakfast with anyone on Monday morning. I only do that on Fridays. But welcome to Morelia. And maybe we'll shoot some video with Brian. We're going to show him around town a little bit. Buck stops here. What are you talking about now? I've been meaning to ask what happened. Oh, what happened to your drone? Last time you flew it was near a cow's pasture. Yeah, a lake. Yeah, I remember that. That was freaky. I still have the drone. The thing about where I live is I don't have a good place to practice with the drone. Two things about the drone. When I was in Morelia, I could go down to the beach and practice and always get excellent shots. All you got to do is go down to the beach. You can fly the drone all around. People, no people. It's always perfect, lots of room. But where I live, there's no spacious place to really practice. Also, I've been going on the road more, so I have to kind of plan what I'm going to take with me. So let me pull the drone out, get some practice, and bring the drone back because it is fabulous. But and then I worry about losing the drone, like the drone just flying away. But okay, so I will bring the drone back. We will put the drone back in action. So, folks, that's all. That's pretty much all I got for today. The city of Salamanca, Guanajuato, a fabulous place. Surely, I'm saying it's worth definitely a 2-night visit. The place is friendly, extremely clean, extremely affordable, and hot women. Nothing like being somewhere where there's hot women. Gotta go. Avatar. I want to see that. The Way of Water is currently re-released. Oh, yeah. Well, you have fun, Axel. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. And thank everyone for joining us today. We'll be back next week with some more video clips, more information about the joys of living in Mexico. And if you're joining us, if you want to donate to the channel, and you're watching the replay, there's a link in the description below. It says donate. It's in English. In English, it says donate. All you click that, And then you can use Visa, MasterCard, Discovery Card, or even PayPal. Yeah. And you can become if you want to become a member, just click the join button. And then for $3 to $10 a month, you can support the channel like that. But we make this is how I pay my rent, travel, buy equipment, pay for bus tickets. This is how we do it and share the joys of living in Mexico. Adios, Axel. Oh, you are very welcome, Katrina. You're very welcome. Very welcome. There's something else. Oh, so for the last couple of weeks, I've been telling you guys about this new character I have coming out. The character might come out this week. And so when you see it happen, you got to watch it. Watch it. Click that like button. Some people are going to unsubscribe when they see it because it's political, baby. It's a new character. It's really political, but it'll be short, but you might get a laugh out of it. So beware, watch it, and share it. Have a great day to you, Ms. Lady. Thanks for showing up, clicking the like button, contributing to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. So I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, broadcasting live again on Saturday morning. It's great down here in Mexico. I love it every day. So come on down. Love you all. Thanks for showing up, listening to my mouth rabble away and talking about Chinese food and good-looking women down here in Mexico that I don't touch, but I like to look at them. Yeah, because I don't want to get in no trouble. And when we started the broadcast, I'm looking out the window now, and here's when I started the broadcast, it was cloudy. There's clouds everywhere. You couldn't see any blue sky, but pretty much I'm looking out the window now. This is what I see when I look out the window right in. This is how it looks now. This is how Morelia looks most of the time. And most of the time it's without clouds, period. This is how it looks now. In just an hour and a half, all the clouds went away. It's another beautiful day here in Morelia. But with that, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm headed to the store, going to watch some college football this afternoon, then go back to working on videos on Sunday. So to everybody out there, I'm going to say adios. And to that, I'm going to add hasta luego. And with that, I'm going to add que te vaya bien. Have a great weekend. Love you all, and hopefully see you next week.